According to Lyndon's friend Troy, any relationship with Morgan is a big red flag the size of a football field.
100 yards long. Welcome to Cliff Alerts. We're going to be talking about OWN Network's reality-based TV series, Ready to Love, season number 7, episode number 10.
But before we get into it, please like, share, and subscribe. We thank you for your support. Running a little late with these videos because we were out of the country and we came back last night. So here we go.
This week's assignment, introduce their two best connections to their best friends.
So first up is Andre.
Three.
Andre's boy is Jermaine.
Mm.
So he's depending on Jermaine to give him some level of insight. Jeffrey and Cynthia.
Yeah, Miss Cynthia arrived first.
Right. She
Mhm.
met Jermaine and then Jeffrey arrived with that baby voice. She thinks that's good. I'm not sure what that put on is all about. It may work with the men she encounters, like Andre seems to be smitten, but I don't think Jeffrey has shown her authentic self. In fact, she went online and responded to something on Simone's channel, and Simone did what I usually do, a background check, and it didn't go well for her. Simone clearly got offended and decided to come on and let loose all of her business. I don't think it was right, but she did say in her comments, bring it. And Simone, sure enough, brought it. I'm not trying to get in this woman's business. I'm going to try to keep focused on what they presented on Ready to Love. Jermaine asks the first question out the gate is what do they do to handle conflict?
Mhm.
And Cynthia broke it down for him. She wants to be supportive. She wants to be passionate about her man.
Yeah.
She wants to have his back because she wants that kind of relationship with any man she introduces her children to.
Well, Jeffrey said it's hard work that is required to be involved in a relationship, especially from the communication angle,
Hmm.
and that she's got to be comfortable with that part of it before she really involves her kids.
Once she has the first argument with that man, she gonna get some bass in that voice one way or the other.
Yeah, and Jermaine also asked both ladies, how they feel about family and kids, and I think it was Cynthia who said that she's got two, but
She can offer
she can
two
offer two
kids and
more
a
and a
dog.
dog.
And I think Jeffrey said that it's hard to respond to that question.
Yeah,
She needs to present herself in an authentic way and not the phony baloney thing that I experience when she opens her mouth. I do not think her representative is doing her any favors
no,
by
I don't either.
presenting that childlike voice and as if she's helpless. And
Right,
I can't stand watching women pretend to be helpless when
when
we
they're really not.
know they're not, particularly in a dating situation.
Right. And not only that too, but didn't she say, I think in one of her confessionals that when are we getting married as it relates to
Yeah,
referencing
yeah,
Andre?
yeah. She's already down the road.
Right,
Haven't had their first argument and she wants to get married.
right.
Good luck with that.
Good, yeah. Great flag.
Anyway, when the ladies left, Jermaine said that Cynthia is more in line with what Andre is looking for. However, because Andre, I think, is smitten with Jeffrey,
Mm-hmm.
he had some criticism of Cynthia's responses to Jermaine. And
Like they were kind of like pre-rehearsed or something like
yeah,
that.
and he thought that she was not authentic, which is a big joke
Mhm.
because Jeffrey is the one he's feeling hasn't been authentic since the show started. Bring your whole self to the show and not put on something that you're not
Mm-hmm.
because people can peep that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Mark Anthony got his shot to introduce his connections to his boy Mark.
Yeah, and Mark Anthony's connections, Mercedes,
And Miss
and Miss
Jeffrey,
Jeffries
yeah,
again.
his boy Mark asked him out of the gate. How do you ladies respond when there's conflict between you guys when you guys get into arguments and
Right.
stuff like that?
Mercedes said she's not going to go to bed mad, but she needs to go in her own corner because she doesn't want to say anything sideways. Jeffrey gave this about
Non-answer,
it's all about
non-answer, communication.
communication.
Right, right. Non-answer.
whatever.
Come on, man. What does that have to do with the question that that brother asked you?
And then she fell in love with a man who did not have children, and it broke her heart when he walked away. So she's not trying to do that with Mark Anthony. She can't answer yea or nay because she needs to be a little more cautious with who she lets into her life.
Hmm. Blah 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 blah.
Mark told Mark Anthony that Mercedes is the woman he should really vibe with because she has that bubbly personality.
Mark Anthony didn't necessarily.
He wasn't happy about
Yeah,
that.
yeah, exactly. That's what I was. That's where I was going with it. He didn't seem too thrilled by
Right.
his, I guess, feedback from his boy Mark.
Right. Neither was Andre,
Hmm.
excited about his
Hmm.
feedback
From
as well
Jermaine, right?
from
Exactly,
Jermaine.
exactly.
So next up is Brother Lyndon,
Mm,
my Caribbean brother.
mm.
And
Lindon only has one connection so
he
far.
only has one. And I said this is the opportunity to get some cold coconut water and go to the beach with some white rum,
Hmm.
pour that sucker in
They're
the coconut water,
they're
and just lean back, put the toes in the water,
mhm,
and you're all right, all right, all right.
mhm.
Because no way did Brother Lyndon even consider Morgan. No way. If Lyndon takes Morgan to his Caribbean mama, she gonna watch her walking up the stairway and
Turn
say,
your ass
uh-uh.
right back around.
He told Troy about the incident with Junior with the near in the ear.
Right, and
Immediately,
his eyes got big as basketballs, y'all. When he heard about her actually putting nair in his hair when he was asleep or something like that.
because I imagine men don't think that's funny.
Uh-uh.
I
Uh-uh.
even though it didn't happen to them,
Mm.
they're not gonna think that is just funny.
Well, I know somebody else who didn't think it was funny, and that was Troy. He
Yeah.
was his eyes like.
Troy told Lyndon that this was a big red flag as big as a football field,
Mhm.
and I would not be pursuing Morgan if I were him.
Man, he better take his football and walk on off the damn field with that one, man. You know what I'm saying?
Because if Junior got the near because she believed he was messing
Yeah.
with someone else, Lyndon works.
If he messed up with, he might need to get
But Lyndon works at a bar, and what's at the bar?
licked.
The ladies. She may roll through there with her robe and a one and all, just to scope what talking to her man.
Incognigris or something like that. For me, it is just, stunning that she would actually admit that she did that for one, and then take, I guess, a seeming pride,
Yeah.
in it, and think that that's okay.
She,
And then she comes on the confessional and tries to reassure Troy that she's not crazy. She's not cray cray. She just is just somebody that is serious about what it is that, she is in the course of in the midst of in the
well,
context
I
of a
could see a
relationship.
woman going sideways with the behavior of a man and how it affects him. But you
To that
gotta,
degree, though,
but you gotta be careful. The stuff that you think is gonna work may have some detrimental consequences that you're not able to deal with.
mhm,
So I believe Lyndon said he thinks he's gonna step away
he got
from
to
the
he got to
project
reset. Say, hold up, man.
because this chick is a project. He's
Hmm.
gonna step away. So at
And
least he has left her now to Tony. So I hope Lyndon self eliminates next week.
well, maybe he will, maybe he won't. But I tell you what, I agree with his boy.
Hmm.
I definitely agree with his
Well,
buddy Troy.
well, yeah. Unless you're a man who likes drama, and there are such men who love
A whole lot
drama.
of cats that like drama.
So
Mm-hmm.
next up
Blake.
was Blake.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Here you go, your boy. They said that just to see what you would like, just what you would. Anyway,
Blake meets with his friend. What's his friend's name?
well, LaShawn.
LaShawn,
Mm-hmm.
and to give him advice regarding Sue Ann. Suan rolled in and revealed that she has been divorced for 2 years.
Right.
So after Suan left, Blake's friend told him that he thinks Suan is a good match, but she advised him to be cautious going forward. Do you think Blake is feeling Sue?
No, I think he's matched with her out of convenience. I don't think there's any true connection there. I don't think that Blake is serious about that any potential connection with her other than maybe a friendship.
Next up, Tony. And Sean go back 25 years
Yeah, and
and they meet up with Marcia and Miss Morgan.
Morgan, yeah.
Miss Morgan said she was not excited to see Marcia sitting there because she's territorial. Red flag,
You
red
mean
flag.
you mean another red flag besides the near? Another red flag.
Any woman who is territorial think that you belong to her
Yeah.
and you are
She
now
owns
her
your ass.
possession,
Right.
right? You are this thing that she could put in her pocket
Mm.
and carry around. And when she says up, it's up. When she says down, it's down. Anyone who says they're territorial towards you,
The antenna better be up on that one.
you better be on alert
Hmm.
because they're the ones who come around at night when you're asleep and they're circling your job and they're doing all kind of stuff because you are no longer an individual to make your own decision. You belong to them.
And that could have some serious
You better believe it.
ramification behind it,
You
and
better believe it.
even deadly ramifications behind
Right.
it. Yeah, Tron also had an opportunity to ask the ladies about their future plans, and specific if they had a 5-year plan as it relates to their, I guess, social life.
Yes.
And Marcia was said, yeah, Marcia said, I definitely have a 5-year plan, like to be married, da 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 da,
Mm,
right?
yeah.
Right? But that's not what Miss Morgan said.
She said she have a 2-year plan, marry me.
Did you think Tony swallowed hard on that one when he heard that one?
I would be concerned. She said that sometimes Tony comes across harsh
Hmm.
and she wants to know how to soften him up. And Brother Tron said that, that it takes time
Hmm.
to, he'll get to
To get
that
to that point,
point.
right, 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 right.
But Tony has some hard corners. And
Hmm. Yeah,
the
but she,
point is, where do you fall with a man who is hard, who has some hard corners? There's no place for you to land and land softly.
yeah, she did
So,
say on the complimentary side that he is a quote unquote man's man in her
yes,
eyes, and that she
yeah.
finds that attractive, and that's a place of comfort for her.
At the end of it, Tron told Tony that Marcia was a better match because she has all these soft and nice places and she speaks very well and she's more considering.
Hmm.
While Morgan,
Better fit, I think is how he described or
right,
characterized his impression of each of the ladies, and what he knows Tony's looking for.
right, while Morgan he considered as being direct,
Yeah, and he was impressed with her, but
but he didn't.
and
Yeah.
I don't think Tony.
Tony didn't like that answer either.
Yeah, right, right. That's
So he is checking for Morgan.
right, right.
So,
And then
elimination.
no, we had well, we get back to the men's lounge, but during that time, Anthony got a share.
Anthony
Right,
and how he interacted. He brought
right.
soon met one of his girlfriends, one
Yeah,
of his friends.
yeah, Sue Ann and Cynthia got a chance to meet his friend Miriam.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
I
Sue Ann
think
had had a later meeting, I guess, so she was kind of there to basically take notes.
well, Suan
She
wants
was gathered.
Anthony to claim her, and he has not done so,
Hmm.
and she is frustrated that it's taking him so long to claim her.
Yeah, and apparently Cynthia, in contrast to that, made more of an effort, I guess, in his mind, and
Yes,
seemed
in
more
his
passionate.
mind, he thinks she's more passionate
Right,
and
right,
intentional,
right,
and he likes that about her.
right.
So
And he's
clearly, he has his favorites.
right, and he's uh, um, he says he characterized that as being very appealing.
Yeah. And he also met with Mercedes,
Hmm.
but that's not going anywhere.
Hmm.
At the end of it, the men decided that Marcia and Suan will be up for
Hmm.
elimination.
Anthony met with Sue Ann and talked to her, kind of very directly, very openly. And
Yes.
Mark Anthony had the assignment to speak with Marcia about it.
Well, the good thing is the way Anthony spoke to Suan, she got to know there's no connection with him
Right.
because he was direct,
He
he
was
was
very direct.
firm,
Hmm.
and there was no softness with him
Mm.
at all.
Right. Right.
And once Marcia met with Mark Anthony,
Yep.
they never connected, so she had a suspicion
Right.
that she would be gone, and so say so done, she was
Right.
eliminated.
Yeah. Next week is when they get together at a getaway spot. They all go to a getaway spot, and people act a fool, right?
Well,
They act up.
well, just be careful when you sleep that you don't smell something that
Yeah.
smells.
Mm. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Doing the right things around this morning. Boy.
Make sure you have a helmet and strap it to your chin.
Chin strap tight. Don't play. Don't play.
Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Send us your comments. Tell us what you think. You guys are very funny.
Okay.
Maybe she'll get the name in another region. Okay, I've said too much. I'm off.
Not the cashews.